Are you tired of people finding love and happiness while you remain single? Well, you're in luck. Because today, we're diving into 5 ways to ensure you never find the love of your life. Okay, maybe you're not exactly in luck, but hey, at least you'll know exactly what habits to avoid, right? And stick around till the end because I've got a secret for you. A secret that'll practically guarantee you'll die alone. I'm kidding. Too many jokes, I know. But seriously, this secret will almost guarantee you find your soulmate. Oh, and for those who hate love, this video could also be somewhat helpful. All right, let's dive in. All right, tip number 1 to make sure you die alone and get buried with your 40 cats is to be overly critical. And by overly critical, I mean like Simon Cowell levels of critical, you know? You gotta channel your inner Statler and Waldorf, but like for every single person you meet. First dates? More like first roast sessions, am I right? Remember, no one is good enough. Why settle for good when you can nitpick every little flaw? Does their laugh sound like a dying walrus? Red flag. Do they put ketchup on their hot dog? Deal breaker. See, it's all about having those incredibly high, totally unreasonable standards because, you know, you're just too good for everyone else. And hey, if someone does manage to meet your crazy high standards, well, just raise them a little higher. You gotta keep them on their toes, right? Remember, love is a battlefield, and you, my friend, are a one-person wrecking crew. All right, moving on to tip number 2, which is drumroll, please. Never leave your house, like ever. Seriously, why bother going out and meeting people in the real world when you can just stay home in your pajamas, surrounded by empty pizza boxes? Who needs social interaction when you have Netflix and snacks, right? I mean, think about it. Outside, there are germs, awkward encounters, and the crushing disappointment of realizing that Ryan Gosling is probably not going to magically appear at your local coffee shop. But inside it's just you, your comfy pants, and the sweet, sweet glow of your television. Plus, you can avoid all those awkward first dates. No need to shave, no need to impress anyone, just pure, unadulterated you, living your best hermit life. Tip number 3, channel your inner secret agent. Okay, so you've mastered the art of being overly critical and you've successfully transformed your home into a fortress of solitude. Now it's time for our 3rd golden rule. Always, and I mean always, play hard to get. Like, you're not just playing hard to get, you're practically impossible to get. Think of yourself as a super spy on a top secret mission, and your mission is to make sure no one, and I mean absolutely no one, can figure out if you like them. Answer text 3 days late, act totally disinterested in everything they say, and if they ask you out, tell them you're washing your hair. The key here is to create an air of mystery, to make them wonder, do they like me? Do they even know I exist? Where did they go? Did I imagine the whole thing? Remember, love is a game, and you're about to win by forfeiting. Tip number 4, X marks the spot, to run away. All right, let's talk about exes, shall we? Because nothing screams, I'm totally over my ex, like bringing them up in every single conversation. First date, perfect time to tell your poor, unsuspecting victim all about your ex's weird toenail collection. Job interview? Great opportunity to casually mention how your ex ruined your credit score. Meeting your significant other's parents for the first time. Excellent chance to break out the wedding photo album and cry about what could have been. Remember, the goal here is to make everyone around you super uncomfortable and question their life choices. Because hey, misery loves company, right? Tip number 5, hide your true self. Authenticity is so overrated. And finally, the 5th and final way to make sure you stay single forever and ever and ever is to never ever ever be yourself. Authenticity? Psh, please, that's so 2019. In this day and age, it's all about being someone you're not. So put on that mask, baby. Love anime? Pretend you're obsessed with football. Secretly enjoy Barry Manilow? Blast that heavy metal. Remember, the key to a successful relationship is to constantly pretend to be someone you're not. Because who needs genuine connection when you can have years of repressed feelings and resentment, right? And now, the real secret to finding love that most people overlook. Alright, if you've made it this far, you're probably wondering on what the real secret is to finding love. You realized you have at least one of the habits mentioned earlier and want to make a change. The truth is, finding love isn't as complicated as most people make it out to be. It's actually much simpler than most people think. The real secret to finding the love of your life is authentic self-expression. I know it sounds kind of boring, but it's the truth. Think about it. When you're not afraid to be yourself, you attract people who love you for you, quirks and all. And that's way more fulfilling than any relationship built on a foundation of pretense and emotional baggage. So, if you want to find love, do the opposite of everything we've talked about today. Embrace your inner weirdo. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and most importantly, always be true to yourself. Trust me, it's worth it. And hey, if you're still feeling lost, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below. Let's chat.